Name a fruit they try to make hand soap smell like. You said, the very popular kiwi hand soap. Survey said, then I said, what part of your body that you wish would stop growing? You, in some fairy tale state of mind, said, your nose. Survey said, name something claustrophobic person might not want to go into. You said, basement. Survey said,
damn.
Elevator was number one.
My bad.
It's basement and damn. I love you, man. You're my dude, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Before you get a dog, you should know that they do what a lot. You said, poop everywhere. Survey said, name a product that's sold in small tin cans. You said, canned peas. Survey said, name the age when you start feeling your age. You said, 31. Survey said, if you could learn a new language in just 24 hours, which one would you choose?
Spanish?
You said, Spanish. Survey said, for safety reasons, name an activity that people should never do alone. You said, fight. Survey said, for safety reasons, name an activity that people should never do alone. You said, sex. Survey said, name an animal that carries things on its back. You said, kangaroo. Survey said, name something you might settle for, even if it's not the perfect one for you. You said, him. Survey said, name the hardest thing in your house to clean under. You said, hard to get up under that toilet. The survey said, name a real animal people tattoo on their bodies. You said, damn unicorn. All right, watch. Somebody gonna say it.
No,
Two people. Okay. Survey said, we asked 100 married men, name something your wife stops doing when she's mad at you. You said, sex, shut it right off. Survey said, name a sport you can play your entire life. Ought to be the same two people. Survey said, on a scale of 1 to 10, how irresistible are you to the opposite sex? You ain't playing with them, Scott. You said 10, smoking hot Scott.
Yes, sir.
Survey said, name something your know-it-all mother-in-law pretends to know everything about. You said, you so sick of her talking about cooking. Survey says, I said, name something your know-it-all mother-in-law pretends to know everything about. You said, husbands, exes. Whew. Survey said, name a place you might hear someone scream. You said, that's... And the thing about it, I was cool, too. Boy, okay, that's good. So, horror house. Survey said, name something that makes a man look distinguished. He said, when he sticks his damn chin out.
survey says.
Tell me, what day of the week do you usually overeat? You said Tuesday. Survey said, name something in the bathroom that might be too small for two people to use at the same time. You said toilet. Scoot over, scoot over. Survey said, tell me how many degrees is considered room temperature. You said 98. There's a lot of dead people at your house. Survey said, we asked 100 fathers on a scale of 1 to 10, how shocked would you be if your child got straight A's on their report card? You said 7. Survey said, name a part of a woman's body that men prefer to be small. You said they head. Look, don't nobody want no big head woman. Survey said, on a scale of 1 to 10, how dysfunctional is your family? You said, survey said, we asked 100 married men on a scale of 1 to 10, how good is your wife's personal hygiene? You said a 9. Survey said, we asked 100 married women, fill in the blank, hell will freeze over before my husband buys me a new what? You said car. Survey said, I said, name something women do when getting ready for bed that would be strange if a man did it too. You said, put them curlers in your hair. Yes, it would be. Survey said, name something in your house that you kicked when you were mad. You said, pillow. Survey said, name a reason you might have to get your picture taken. You said, driver's license. That's a good one. Survey said, fill in the blank, potato what? You said, potato wedges. Survey said, in your dreams, name a public place where you suddenly find yourself. You said, Disneyland. You're going to jail. Okay? Survey said, name something that starts with the word funny. You said, funny money. He's a police officer. He deals in counterfeit bucks. Survey said, name something people do while riding an exercise bike. You said, they lose weight. Survey said, hopefully that's true. At what age do a lot of men look like they should be wearing a bra? You said, damn, 35. Survey said, at what age do a lot of men look like they should be wearing a bra? You said 40. Survey said, besides eggs, name something you buy a dozen of. You said, I go down there and get 12 loaves of bread because I'm tired of coming down here. I'm gonna get enough bread to last me through the summer. Survey said, name something that starts with the word purple. And you said, purple nurple. Survey says, name something of yours that's seen better days. You said, marriage. Survey said, name a sport which is not expensive to play. You said, the sport of chess. Survey said, name the hardest position to play on the baseball team. You said, the batter. Actually, that's a very good answer. It really is. Survey said, besides a toothbrush, name something people use to clean their teeth. You said, your finger. Survey said, name an insect you hope never gets inside your ear. You said, a doggone grasshopper. And mess around and hop right up in here. What in the world am I gonna do? Survey said, name something you do only once in your lifetime. You said, die. That's for sure. Survey said, at what age should a woman stop wearing a thong? You stun the nation with this answer here. You said 20. What happens to a woman's body at 20 where she don't need a thong? Oh, boy, you must have been thinking about buying 20 thongs. Survey said, I said on a scale of 1 to 10, how sexy is your walk? You said 1. Let me see it. Let me see it, just walk.
1. That's a 1. That's a solid 1, Steve.
Yeah, that's a 1. And your brother was hammering you. That's a 1 before you even started. Survey said, I said, name an article of clothing that you wear over and over again without washing it. You stunned us. You said, your jeans. Once again, smoking. Survey said, name the age that's name the age that's the prime of life. You said, oh, stupid 15. About the dumbest I ever was at 15. Survey said, name something in a honeymoon suite that encourages romance. You said, gift basket. Survey said, come on. If you could eat one food for the rest of your life, you staring at her, she threw this whole audience into shock. You said pizza. Survey said, we asked 100 men, name a part of your body you moisturize. You said, your hair.
All of it, Steve, all of it.
Be like if I gave you that hair.
I know, man, I know.
Survey said, name a body part that might be sore the day after horseback ride. You said, your butt. You like that answer a lot. Survey said, name a part of your body you shake most often. You said, for the 3rd time. Miss Vicky?
Yeah. He's
All
still
right
on.
now, all right now. Survey said,
I'll give you one right now.
name a part of the body that moves a lot. You said, all that.
All that.
All that. Your butt. Survey said, I said we polled 100 men. I said name a part of a name a part of a woman's body she enjoys having kissed. You tripped out everybody on daytime TV. You ripped us up. You said her breast. Back at the job, they are not going to believe it. Survey said, I said to name a part of your body you wish you could iron like you do your clothes. You said, abs. Survey said, name the itchiest part of your body. You said, your butt. All right now, Aisha. Survey said, name the itchiest part of your body. You said, your unbathed crotch area. Survey said, name something in the morning that makes you rise and shine. You said, Nookie, I agree 1,000%. Survey said, we asked 100 women, what dress size do most women dream about wearing? You said, a 2. Survey said, name a part of your hand that you know how many inches it is. You said, my 11.5-inch hands. Survey said, name something people are doing at a later age these days. You said, partying. Survey said, how How many days a year are you sick enough to stay in bed? You said 5. Survey said you crash on a deserted island. What's the first thing you do? You said call your husband because it's probably going to be his fault.
It is.
Survey said we asked 100 married women, when your husband's not home, name a place you can be sure to find him. You said in the bathroom must be the one up at the gas station. Survey said, name a piece of equipment. Okay. Name a piece of equipment a camper has in his tent. You said a hammer. Survey said, name something you see in a jail cell. You said, you're a prisoner. Survey said, all right, here we go. We asked 100 men, how many miles could you run in 1 hour? You said, 3, I'll be dead. Survey said, name something you might lock a door before doing. You said, before you start getting busy. Survey said, name something you get into 1 foot at a time. You said, the ocean. Survey said, fill in the blank. If I could eat all I want of one food without getting fat, I'd choose what? You said that high-calorie, stuffy water. Survey said, name an occupation in which you think people make more money than you deserve. You said, lawyer, you better know it. Survey said, name something a woman dreams of doing once in her life. You said, going to the beach, just need to do it once. Survey said, name something a man keeps in his pants for emergencies. You said,
You don't want to get look.
Survey said, name something you prefer to be full instead of empty. You said, I know that's right. Your stomach. Survey said, tell me something that happens to you when you can't stop laughing. You said, sit over there and pee on yourself. Survey said, I like that. We asked 100 women on a scale of 1 to 10 how much you need a makeover. You said 5. Survey said, name a food you find raisins in. You said,
Play my art. Play my art.
your aunt put raisins
Yes, she
in her
did.
coleslaw?
Yes, she did.
Glad I ain't at your house. Survey said, name something even a nudist might wear. You said, thong. Well, hell, he ain't naked then. Survey said, I'm sorry. Name a reason a man might take off his toupee. You said, hell, it's windy outside. Survey said, name a big animal you hope never looks at you romantically. You said, a damn gorilla. Survey said, name a kind of place where people try to walk very quietly. You said, shh, you in the pool. Survey said, we asked 100 men on a scale of 1 to 10 how sexy is a woman in sweatpants. You must have thought I said no pants. You said 10. Survey said, name something twins sometimes do in the same way. You said, suck their fingers. Survey said, we asked 100 men, name a place on your... Name a place on your body that a doctor might look in with a little flashlight. You said.
It's all right.
April, I'm 54 years old. I've been to the doctor so many times, but I can assure you, if that man ever takes a flashlight and shines it Me and that man right there, we're gonna tear that whole office up. Survey said. I hope my doctor's watching this. You break out a flashlight, see what happens, huh?